Ex-wife cheated multiple times and kept trying to cheat. Hello, I love your channel and would love to share my story. Sorry, it's a novel. I tried to shorten it. It's not that long. What are you talking about? Y'all are funny. I was married 5 years and together 9 years, and I have a daughter that was born in 2016. We tried marriage counseling a few years prior, and my ex-wife wouldn't continue to attend. She felt like it was an attack on her, and we were not focusing on what's important. For example, sharing house chores and responsibilities. I was working up to 3 jobs at that time to pay for my ex-wife to be able to stay home with our daughter. Working hard and getting into camping and spending time with my family was a dream. I was so happy. My ex-wife was very excited to be a stay-at-home mom at first and not have to drive into work every day. This turned into her doing absolutely nothing but sit on her phone and computer. An idle mind is the devil's playground. No dishes, laundry, cooking, nothing. Then she got very upset when I turned down a cleaning service, and we couldn't afford it. Plus, she can clean the house, even a little. But nope, not at all. Fast forward to November 2017, I saw a behavior change in my ex-wife and noticed some of her timelines were not matching up in other details I'll leave out. To cut to the chase. One of the largest changes was weight loss and going to the gym frequently. Time span of the initial infidelity was approximately 4 to 6 months. When I found out about the infidelity in November, it put me into a horrendous downward spiral. I was depressed and anxious. I couldn't even have a cup of tea as the caffeine would spike anxiety, something I never had before or since. For the people that have never gone through, I would assume that it would be hard to relate to the feeling. I looked forward to sleeping. When I woke up, the dread was back, and it was just a terrible way to live. Now, it's also worth mentioning that I would wake up at about 3 a.m. every night and do more investigating as I was stressed and anxious and couldn't sleep. So due to the fact that I had a 9-month-old baby, I didn't want to have to tell her someday that I just gave up and filed for divorce. So I put myself through a living HE double hockey sticks. We immediately started individual and marriage counseling, help from the church, books, videos, marriage conferences, frequent family camping trips, you name it. I quit my other small job and kept my main one. Went from $5,000 sitting in the bank to $10,000 in debt to try to revive the marriage. Upon first starting the counseling for the first 4 months, maybe 5, I would catch my wife trying to keep talking with other men on her phone. Dating apps, texting, calling, etc. I think I caught her a total of 5 to 7 times doing this. This caused extensive emotional damage. Later on, I realized that this is considered emotional abuse. I am glad I went through this, all of it. I discovered that she had slept with at least 4 to 5 men before I caught on. To me, it was worth trying on the marriage for our daughter's sake. At first, my ex-wife lied about everything. I couldn't get one straight answer. However, as time went on, it all came out, and it was important for me to know so I could make a good decision. I actually forgave her. It was incredibly devastating that she could do this and keep trying to cheat over and over while in marriage counseling to try and rebuild the marriage. Another thing worth mentioning, ex-wife started working for her parents, driving 1 hour each way for $10 an hour. I can tell you that whatever influence they had on her made things worse. I filed for divorce in January of 2019. I went through a year of complete torture. My ex-wife refused to move out of the house until the divorce was final. 8 long months, I kept the house. 4 to 5 months later, I had a steady girlfriend, now my wife. My daughter, now 2.5 years old, we would drive 45 minutes one way to stay with her. She was so wonderful and supportive during that time. when so many other girls wanted nothing to do with the man in the middle of a divorce. Fast forward to January of 2024, my new wife and I have a baby boy, and I'm so glad that chapter of my life is over. I heard through the grapevine that she blames her parents for the divorce. Right? She is still single as far as I know, or still jumping from man to man. In my opinion, infidelity is so incredibly childish. Just end the relationship. 90+% of the time, you lose 2 relationships. Your current and affair partner will be gone shortly anyways. I watched this happen firsthand with my ex-wife and still can't believe it happened. One of the things my ex-wife said while I was trying to mend the relationship was, "I'm just along for the ride." Now, I can't recall the context, but that's the best way it could be put. Infidelity is incredibly hard to recover from and will never happen at all if the cheater doesn't put their all. I'll add one last thing. I heard from a recent video of the channel where the woman was kicked out of the church. My ex-wife continues to attend this church where the leadership is fully aware of her lifestyle to this day. She still helps with children in the nursery and participates in church. Leading roles. Completely disgusting. She lives a double life and pretends to be this perfect Christian woman. How sick. I hope someday my child understands what a disgusting pig her mother is. I even have the proof in her own words for when she tries to twist things into me being the one walking out on the marriage.